Hi. Electronic direct mail is a great way to warm a prospect up to some great event. But warm up means warm up, not blast them with too much heat. Let me explain how to warm up your prospects. In B2B, there are all sorts of events that we might want to warm a prospect up to using electronic direct mail or EDM. Think about some fairly common examples. Clearly a physical event itself or a webinar, that's obvious. Maybe some kind of launch of a product or service that's new for you or new for that market. It could also be some kind of re-sign related to a lapsed contract. Mobile phones are an obvious example, but there are others where there's a re-sign date that you want to progressively warm people up towards. It could also be that there's some special offer you want to make. Maybe it's price driven, maybe it's about what's being included. Whatever the case, some kind of special offer. And for each of these we need to warm the prospects up, and there are some tricks to doing that in EDM. So here are my 4 tips for using EDM to warm up to an event. The first one is to warm up or build to a crescendo. The second one is to keep a little secret, a little something to the very end. The third point is tell them exactly what you're doing, that you're going to build to a crescendo and that there'll be a special little something at the end. That's to keep them interested. And finally, make your emails short and mobile responsive. Let me explain a bit of each of those. Okay, building to a crescendo is partly about timing and partly about tone. Your intent is to start from not that interested to ready to act right now. So you probably want the cadence to change. It might, be, for example, be weekly, and then every 4 days, then every 2 days, then every day, for example. You work out what your own cadence is, but certainly the timing is going to get more urgent, but tell them that that's what you're doing. Don't surprise them and tell them the date that they're building up to. You don't want to have 17 days worth of daily emails. It might be that if 17 days is your window, that you've got an email and then 4 days later another email, 3 days later another email, 3 days later another email, then 2, then 2, then 1, then 1, then 1. I'm making that up. Work out your own cadence, but build a timing, but also tone. Make the tone of the emails progressively more respectful that we're about to hit a deadline. Well, the second tip related to keeping some kind of secret for the end. It's all about having some reason for them to stick around and to read each of your emails. So you're going to tell them that at the end there'll be some sort of special, maybe it's a secret, maybe it's a special offer, something. You need to work out what that is, and I kind of don't care what it is. Whatever it is that's going to work for your audience, but keep some kind of secret to the very end. And the third tip is to tell them what you're doing. Tell them you're going to build to a crescendo, so it's not a surprise, and tell them constantly that there's going to be a little secret at the end. And the final tip is just about getting your emails read. Make them short and make them mobile responsive. If somebody's in the back of a cab flicking through their iPhone, they need to be able to read that email there and then and get it. Don't make it so they have to get back to the office to make it legible or expand it to read it. That's really annoying. So make your emails short and mobile responsive. So that's it. 4 quick tips. Build to a crescendo, keep a secret to the end, tell them exactly what you're doing, both the crescendo and the secret, and keep your emails short and mobile responsive. Well, in that context, the electronic direct mail or email and the event that it's leading to are just 2 of the tactics that you're going to use end to end to find prospects and to earn the right to serve them as customers. All those steps need to be mapped out. Sales and marketing need to agree, and often finance and operations as well. And that's the job of the funnel plan. Now, if you have a funnel plan already, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, check it out. Go along to funnelplan.com. Here's the link. Go to funnelplan.com, get yourself a funnel plan, build out all the tactics with sales and finance and marketing and ops. This is email number 3 in a 4-part series. Now I do my blogs every week, but I'm just focusing for a 4-week period just on EDMs, electronic direct mails, and I've already covered nurture and trigger campaigns, and today's show was obviously about warming up to an event. I've got one more to go in the series, and I'm looking forward to bringing that to you next week. Until then, may your funnel be full and always flowing. Our thanks this week to you for watching this week's show, to Elizabeth Pena for blog production, John Ang for video production. My name's Hugh McFarlane, and it's been my absolute pleasure to have scripted and presented this week's show.